Welcome to The Driven Deal, the podcast where real estate professionals, investors, and industry experts share insights, strategies, and trends shaping the market. I'm your host, Jose Angel, and in each episode, we dive into game-changing tactics, automation, and success stories to help you stay ahead in the real estate world. Whether you're an agent, broker, or investor, this podcast is designed to bring you valuable knowledge to scale your business. On today's episode of The Driven Deal, we're excited to welcome Madelyn Felix, the CEO and founder of Tenant Guided Tours, a game-changing real estate service based in Denver, Colorado. With a deep understanding of the rental market, Madelyn created Tenant Guided Tours to simplify and streamline the leasing experience for both tenants and property managers. Her company provides a seamless process that helps renters find the right home while assisting landlords in securing reliable tenants. Madelyn's passion for innovation in real estate and her first-hand experience in tenant services make her a true leader in the industry. We're thrilled to have her share her expertise on modern leasing trends, tenant expectations, and the future of renting in a competitive market. Get ready for a valuable conversation with someone truly transforming the rental experience. Welcome, Madelyn, and thank you again for your time. Can you share a bit more about your role and how it fits into the bigger picture at Tenant Guided Tours?
Yes, and thank you for having me. My role at Tenant Guided Tours is the founder and creator, and as is a result of over 24 years in real estate as a real estate broker, an asset manager, and an investor. And with the software that Tenant Guided Tours, the software that we're developing is a solution for access management, mostly for keys and automating rental showings. And the biggest challenge is that most PropTech software is developed for larger multifamily properties only. And so our company exists to fill the gap for smaller multifamily, single family, retail, and industrial.
Nice. And right now, what does a typical day look like for you?
Right now, a typical day is getting ready for a launch. And next month, we'll be in testing at the end of this month and launching in March of 2025. And we're excited to finally take property management keyless, get out of lock boxes and chasing keys and all of the logistical pains that go with chasing keys and the risks involved with giving people keys, copies being made, and just increasing efficiency.
That's nice. And you mentioned you have been an investor and you've been in real estate for a couple of years now, well, for a while. Any major shifts that you're seeing in the industry right now?
There's, with respect to rental properties and Airbnb, like we were discussing the other day, in Denver and a lot of other states, we're just a lot of regulation changes in the rental space with how much we can charge for applications, how much we can charge for late fees. The fees that we can charge, the income requirements for tenants are even being sort of dictated in Denver. They're limiting we're only able to, for the state of Colorado, tenants only need to make two times the rent for take home income. And so we're just navigating a lot of challenges as far as regulations and trying to come up with our own solutions to keep adverse risk out of our own portfolios from a property management standpoint. So I can't solve all of those problems yet. We're working on workarounds, but I can help with keys and getting rid of them.
Nice. And since you're moving on to, like, let's say, the technological sector of the real estate business, do you think AI has impacted business growth right now?
I think AI for me personally is kind of like trying to drink from a fire hose. I'm trying to understand it and how it's going to affect my business. I love that it seems like it's going to help automate a lot of things, maybe even some redundant tasks. And our developers are incorporating some of that into our technology but they're a lot smarter than I am when it comes to how they're doing that. I just know that it's helping us in our live chats and making our software more intuitive.
Nice. And I know you're working towards launching in March, right? But as of right now, what's working well for you and what has been frustrating?
What's working well is I'm enthusiastic and I'm very passionate about solving a big problem. So it's really lit a fire for me in a way that all of my other years in real estate haven't, because I feel like this is bigger than just a transaction, just a deal. It's I think we're going to change the way we're changing the game as far as real estate and access, and really making smart locks smarter and more affordable. We're offering lease programs that are going to break down the costs into lower monthly payments or installments, getting away from with the cameras, smart locks, getting away from $600 a door. We've been able to structure things to where it's just a small monthly fee now.
And regarding to that, what are like some big challenges that you have been facing right now?
One of my challenges recently, the project is going very well, but in my personal portfolio, one of my challenges recently was that somebody filed a fraudulent mortgage against one of my properties. They simply drew up a note and had it notarized by a notary in out of state, and this was for a multifamily that that I was investing in out of state. And they just created a note and recorded it with the county without my signature. And after a talk with Consumer Affairs, they're saying that it's the new cybercrime. So I think that, when they're with the new regulation around all of our fees, what we can charge, I think they also need to be taking a look at what they're going to be doing to make it more difficult to just file a mortgage or file a lien against people's properties.
Yeah, we gotta be careful on that, right? And I know you're working towards launching the application and everything, but which metrics are you gonna be focusing on initially?
Can you clarify which metrics?
Yeah, like the most important KPIs that you're going to be implementing in the company.
We're going to focus on making a quality product first. We're going to launch just in Denver, just for a soft launch, make sure any bugs are worked out, make sure everything's working properly, collect some feedback. We've already collected a lot of feedback, but once we get it working and as subscribers start moving through the software, we're going to take that feedback, focus on making quality product, and then we're going to scale from there. So as far as KPI, we're going to focus heavily, mostly on our customer feedback, their experience, what we could do to make it better, what we can do to make it more efficient with both property manager users, as well as tenants. Not only automating or providing remote access with smart locks, we're also automating rental showings. So we're also going to be focused heavily on feedback from tenants to make sure it's a good experience for them. And then from there, we're going to focus on growth from there with marketing in a way that's obviously focused with other real estate professionals that are looking to scale.
Yeah, and that was gonna be my next question. What tactics have you been thinking about implementing to getting people through the door?
Right now, we're building a wait list of folks, so a kind of a pre-launch. I've had a lot of conversations with colleagues, other property managers that I know, other investors that I know, other tech companies that are in my network, and conversations with other larger management firms in Detroit, West Virginia. And so we've started just kind of testing and asking for feedback. Also in that process, we've already started to build a lot of those relationships and that awareness. But as far as a full marketing plan, I think we want to build a community. We don't want to just sell a service. We want to build a community where we're educating, we're making each other better as investors, as property managers, not only with the technology that we're bringing, but with the with other, whether it be with marketing, hacks, with building YouTube channels, those kinds of things. We would like to bring in other professionals that are smarter than us when it comes to what they're best at to help everyone else in our community.
Nice, nice, nice. And how about the competition? Do you have any direct competitors, and have you thought about how you're gonna keep yourself competitive in that regard?
Well, as far as the automated showings, we have two large competitors that are Tenant Turner and Show Mojo. Both are relying mostly on hard copy keys. They're not keyless. They're using code boxes where they put hard copy keys in there that still get lost. Copies can be made. And so Show Mojo does offer a smart lock option, but it's just a deadbolt, but they're not offering financing on the smart locks, and neither are offering access management. So their service really stops and starts with just showings. And so we're taking it much further and being able to help property managers, not just with showings, but also with ongoing access management.
Nice.
And we have an unfair advantage because we are almost patent pending.
Nice, nice. And any potential bottlenecks that you're seeing that, when unlocked, will help you take your business to the next level?
I think there's going to be some growing pains as when we come out of our soft launch. I think that it's just a matter of hiring the right sales team. We want to hire people as we grow that treat people well, that understand real estate, that are in it for the bigger picture. We're building relationships. And I want to hire salespeople. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, really, is like they say, be slower to hire and quicker to fire. And I just want to make sure that we're hiring people that represent the values that I have in taking care of people, taking pride in everything that I do, and putting the customer first. One thing that is making us different is that the two other competitors that are automating showings, you have to schedule a demo with them. So their pages go to, and a lot of other pages will do that. And for me, it's annoying because when I want information and I want to get a decision off of my, get a task off of my list of things to do, I want to be able to, I want it to get it done right then. But a lot of folks you have to schedule a demo, wait for somebody to get back to you. And a lot of the time I have the information that I need and I want that software or I want that service, but I have to wait for the demo and the sales call to get it. And with our website, no one has to wait for a demo. When somebody's interested, they're able to make an informed decision and they want to move forward with our services, they'll be able to get started right on our site. And so I think that's going to be one thing about our sales funnel strategy that's going to be different than a lot of other software companies.
What are the big plans for 2025? Where do you want to be in the next 6 to 12 months?
In the next 12 months, our goal is to capture a fourth of the renter occupied housing in Denver. After our soft launch, within 12 months, we will capture a fourth of our occupied market in Denver as customers. And then also we'll be integrating with property management software, in talks with Yardi, in talks with Buildium, in talks with Rent Tech, and looking at many more to make it easier for our customers so they're not having to go back and forth between their property managing. We want to make sure that it's streamlined for them, that it's easy to work with us, and that we're solving that problem for them also in one place.
Okay, so you mentioned the target is to be servicing approximately 1/4 of the whole housing area in Denver, right? How many doors is that approximately?
1/3 of our renter occupied housing units in Denver equates to 53,289 units. According to the most recent published Denver index, this is just for Denver County, not surrounding areas, in 2023. So for capture, and our goal is a third of our renter occupied market in Denver County, inside of 18 months.
53,000 doors?
Yes.
A lot. Let's see, it's like 3,000 doors per month.
Many of the larger property management companies that we're talking to already, they're managing 1,000 or more doors per company. So I think it's very attainable once they get a sort of test drive the solutions and our software and how to make them more efficient and their ability to scale and not have to hire more people to be able to do it.
And I know you're still in soft launching state, but if you could solve one major challenge today, what would it be?
In my company or the world?
Specifically to Tenant Guided Tours.
Is just hiring more folks that specialize, that are in sales, to take the calls, to help people after people have questions that come in from the marketing.
Okay.
And train them, because I think it needs to be done in a way that reflects the values of our company.
Of course.
The marketing and the sales people are the front lines. They're the first impression. And I want it to be the best. I want from the time that somebody makes an introduction with my company to the time that they start using the software, I want it to be a good experience. And so training, sales would be sort of, and find the right salespeople that will care about this business and the solutions that we're providing as much as I do.
Nice. All right, and as far as we go, what is your biggest goal?
With the company?
And as Madelyn herself as well.
Well, my goal with the company ultimately is to provide services for 1/3 of the whole market in the United States inside of 5 to 7 years. And part of what we're doing with the company is contributing a portion of proceeds to house homeless youth. We'll also be contributing to pay 1 to 2 years worth of rent for domestic violence survivors with children. We'll be paying their rent for 2 years and help them rehabilitate, and doing a lot of work with Goodwill's Next Gen program, which helps high school age students figure out what they want to be. I do that work now. I really enjoy it, and those kids, they have no idea, but they always teach me more than I could ever teach them.
I can imagine, definitely. And what would it mean to you to achieve this goal?
I think, well, I have an 11-year-old daughter, and she's always watching. And so I think, I want to be an example for her, and I want to be an example for other women, just show them that you can do anything that you set your mind to. The sky's the limit, and if there's a problem, there's a solution. And if somebody else isn't solving it, why not you?
That was great, Madelyn. Thank you very much for sharing these insights. Where can people reach out to you if they want to get in contact with you?
You can find me, you can email me at madelyn@tenantguidedtours.com, or our general email, info@tenantguidedtours.com. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, LinkedIn. Happy to answer any questions, and always open for collaboration. I really appreciate you having me here.
Great. Thanks again for your time, Madelyn.